Kevin, you've had to be content with a point this evening, a 1-1 draw with Leamington, although I sense content is certainly, you don't seem content with that.
I'm not happy to. No, I don't want to draw games. I don't want to lose games. I want to win games. That's what it's about. And certainly in our predicament, we need to be winning these games. And I think when you're again taking stock of the whole 90 minutes and looking at how poor we were in the first half, credit to the boys. We're obviously in a difficult place at the moment, both league position and in the game, getting to half time. And we were poor first half. I can't make any excuses for that. I have to take accountability for that. And it's not easy to. When you look at it overall, I expect a whole lot more. But credit to the boys. I think some out there that have held it together when we needed staying together. And I think we upped the tempo a little bit in the second half, and I think we improved to a point, but still way short of what's required at this level.
Sure. Was in that situation, is it something that you can put your finger on straight away when that happens, or is it something that tends to come out when you maybe get together again on Thursday at training, when people have had a chance to think about it?
Yeah, I think I'd like to think there's a lot of emotion out there. We realise we need to win games, but that shouldn't put any extra pressure on players. That's been the case for a little while now. You can't use that as an excuse. You've got to be out there and be able to deal with that situation and the requirement on the night. And like I say, we didn't pass the ball very well in the first half at all. We didn't get hold of it. The first 10 or 15 minutes okay, fairly even, but then the game just moved away from us, and allowing Leamington to score the goal in the way that we did. And yeah, we're in a tough place, and no doubt about it. But getting at half time, obviously a few harsh words. I think we improved second half. I think Robbie and Nathan coming on have had a bit of an effect. But look, the whole 90 minutes has got to be better.
Sure. It is a difficult situation that the team's in currently. 12 games to go now, and you can't throw in the towel, can you? There's not any suggestion you can do that.
Not at all, and I think we owe it to the supporters and everybody at the club to continue to fight and scrap and battle. And that's why the first half, you make a point of how important the game is, and you see how flat we were in the first half. It's not acceptable. And as I say, I'm the manager. I have to take responsibility for that. It's not something I've been in, any of my teams been, sort of akin to. But fair play, as I say, there's some boys out there that have really stayed on it. And even within that, there's still some solid games from some of our players. But we need it from everybody, in these times. We need everybody stepping up to the plate and being able to deal with it, and that bit of expectation, and expect to come here and win the game. Some of the younger boys are learning and understanding, but equally, one or two of the older ones that are a bit more experienced, could have offered a little bit more there tonight. And that's where you find yourself as a manager when those lads cross the white line. Your trust is in them that they're going to carry out and be better than what the opposition have to offer. And unfortunately tonight we weren't. And we've got to take the point and try and again drag some positives out of it. Pull ourselves together on Thursday, and like I say, hopefully improve our whole performance on Saturday.
Would it be disappointing in that? With no disrespect to Leamington, they've been on a poor run. I think they look, a modest side as well. It would have been a game that you'd have had hopes for.
Definitely so, and that's the last thing I'd be is disrespectful to Paul and Leamington. They would have far and away the better side in the first half. I think it evened out in the second half. I still think they had one or two moments in the second half. We certainly improved, and it'd be unfair to it's just keeping things in perspective. And as I say, Paul's done a fantastic job at Leamington, and those boys are, they're strong and they're together and they fight and they scrap and they battle for one another. And we need more of that in our group. Yeah. Boys that have been at that club for a long while. And Paul does a terrific job with them. And they're always competitive. And as you say, they haven't been in the best place of late, but got a terrific result on Saturday. And he's a seasoned manager at this level, knows the time of day, and always produces really, really tough sides to beat. And credit to him and his staff.
I guess what you're looking for now on Saturday against Blythe Spartans, another home game here, is a reaction. Clearly we need points. But I guess you're also looking at players in terms of, getting who wants to be at the football club.
I think that that's a big part of it, and you always as a manager you're always kind of judging players and who can deal with whatever situations that are thrown at them, and it's no different for us, and you're always formulating opinions off the back of what you see over a game and over a longer period as well, and people's body language about the place, how they respond before, during, and after games, and how much input they can have in sometimes challenging situations. Whether they continue to show the right behaviours is really, really important for any group to achieve. And I watch that and I feel that and I try to understand it. And those that want to be at the club and want to wear their heart on their sleeve and make sure they're going out and giving all, not every other game, but every game that we have an opportunity in. And there's an intensity to it, but that's where we want to be, and we want to be at the sharp end of it and contesting and winning on more regular occasions. Of course we do. But like you say, you're finding out about players, and it's important to take stock and understand what they can do in situations, and ultimately make a decision off the back of that.
Sure. Just a quick one to close. You brought Nathan Cameron into the group, just a deal to the end of the season, as I understand. What's you're thinking behind that?
Yeah, Nathan's a man, and as I just said there on the wireless, he's come into the group and hasn't met the lads before, but he's got a deep voice, and when he bellows out at the start of the game and offers his encouragement to the group, it's we're lacking a lot of that in the group, and they're fantastic boys. There's not a bad boy in there, but they need to be more vocal, and G1 on up a little bit more than we do, and there needs to be more of that intensity about the group. And you can't be a shrinking violet, you can't be quiet and let it pass you by. And unfortunately, at the moment, we have not a lot of nice lads that allow just things to pass them by. And I don't want to be harsh on them, but there are too many, and you've really got to impose yourself. And when you get the chance and opportunity, and we haven't done on enough occasions. And that's no disrespect to them as people, but that's what you need in there. You need men, you need strong physical men that will stand up and be counted. And we did have some there tonight, no doubt about it. We did have some, and like I say, we need to grow more of those and more that are understanding of the situations and understand how to be more effective.
Kevin, always appreciative of your time. Thanks very much indeed.